One of these days I'm just gonna film from the angle in which my stand chooses to be in. Hello dear friends, and welcome to another episode of the Dear Friend Podcast. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. I'm so happy that you're back. If you are new, hi, I'm Eden. I'm the owner of Yarrow & Co., where I sell my handmade treasures and patterns. You can find me on Instagram as YarrowMail44. You can also find me on Lovecrafts as Yarrow & Co. And yeah, welcome to the podcast. So today my stand is being as difficult as possible and it is being held by a whole lot of tape and prayers. So we'll see how far we get before I have to adjust this again and maybe throw on a little more tape. So I have a bunch of yarny goodness to talk about today. Today's drink, I'm having a mixed berry lemonade. The weather here, it's not summery, but at least there's more sunshine than usual, which is nice. I've said this before on another episode. I am not a warm weather person whatsoever. I prefer fall and winter, but it is nice to get your vitamin D and enjoy iced coffees, because I will drink iced coffees all year round. They are my favorite way to have coffee. But we have lemonade today, which is also delicious. The knit I am wearing today is my Red Moon sweater. It is made out of Schmatzarella yarns, Omega, and then the contrast for the moons, I gotta sit up weirdly for this, is Solstice from Vine Yarns. And yeah, so that is what I'm wearing today. It's the perfect mid-temperature for me to be able to wear my t-shirt style sweaters and still be warm, but also it's not so hot that it's like, oh, knit, it's so heavy. It has to be the right balance for those kinds of knits. All right, so let's hop right in to some finished objects. So I have one actual finished object and I have one half finished object. So the finished object is my Penelope Shawl by Carolyn Christmas. So here it is. I have not woven in the ends yet, but it is beautiful and so soft. So this is Lion Brand Ferris wheel. I have the ball here with me this time in the basket. So I only needed 2 skeins for this. It is 100% acrylic and the colorway is Wild Violets. I loved doing this. So I used the hook called for, and the only thing I omitted is the edge because I really liked that, just finishing it off. It's a perfect triangle shawl. It'll be so nice and warm. This is a commission from a friend who wanted 2 shawls done. One I am designing for her, and then this one will go to her mother-in-law as a gift. And so I'm very happy to get that one done, and I will be working a lot more on hers, which is more of a wrap style. I believe I've showed it on the podcast before, but you'll see more of it next episode. And then I have one half finished object. My camera is angling ever so slightly. Hang on. It's better. So I have a half-finished object, or a hoe. I have, so recently my brother dyed his hair blue, and I'm finding blue hairs everywhere. It's funny that you can just define what is his hair from the rest of the family. So this is my half-finished object. The last episode, I'd only just received the yarn and was waiting on needles for this project. And since then, I have finished one sock. I worked so much on these. I'm very excited. So this is a new design of mine. These are called the Reuel Socks, and they will be coming out in June, maybe mid-June, once my testers are all done. It is in testing right now already. It's amazing. So it is a very simple rib sock with seated ribbing and short row heel, different kind of cuff on there, and they are knit toe up. So it was very quick and very mindless. Once you get the repeats down, it's only 2 rows that you just repeat over and over again, and it creates this amazing ribbing. I love how stretchy it is and the feel of it. It's completely reversible if you want. So I've got one done, and I have the other one on the go. I'll show you in my works in progress section. The yarn is Watermelon Rush from Stitchcraft and Wizardry. I think I have their, yep. So there's their tag, Watermelon Crush, excuse me. Watermelon Crush. On their House Elf Liberty base, which is 85% superwash merino and 15% nylon. There's the back. Come on, camera. There you go. And they're down in Australia. I'd seen this yarn. It was like, I had to have it. And I'm so glad I did. It's totally worth it. And I highly recommend their yarn. It is so soft. Probably one of the softest yarns I've ever felt. And I'm keeping this project in my Espresso Patronum bag. Ooh, there we go. From the Crazy Crafter. I had said the Crafty Crafter last time. Whoops. I'm so sorry. I guess I was just getting tired and I zoned out, but there's her tag right down there. But yes, the Crazy Crafter, she has amazing bags. I love this bag so much. It's the perfect size for socks. Okay, have a sip of lemonade. All right, I think that's all my finished objects. Not a whole lot finished, but been working really hard on those. All right, so now let's move into works in progress. Okay, so works in progress. I'll start off with my other Reuel sock. I am doing these on Addy Flexi Flips, and I love these needles. These are my favorite needles. I'm also using the same kind on the Interlocking pad socks for my boyfriend on size 2 US, size 0 millimeter. And so here's the other one. I'm just on the foot right now, and these are on 2.25. I keep wanting to say 25, but properly you're supposed to say 2.5. Whatever floats your goat. And they're really cute because they got a little heart etched in there. I don't know what size. Okay, the other size is size US 0. So these are size US 1s. I got there. I got there. And yeah, so I'm just on the foot, loving it. I did not have any second sock syndrome, which I'm so glad of. And I bet you these will be done the next episode. And then my progress keeper is a new progress keeper to the shop. He is a tiny little piggy bank. I'll throw in a picture because my camera doesn't zoom in on stuff, so you can get an up-close shot. But he's so cute, and he matches the sock very well with this pink. I just have it all wound up in a ball. I had just put a tutorial out for how I do my hand-wound balls, and I found that I'm hand-winding my balls more and more often because I find it really fun and very relaxing. So yeah, Reuel Socks by yours truly, be coming out mid-June. I am very excited to have those out to you. Also sitting in my crazy crafter bag. There we go. So on the note of socks, my other work in progress I've been getting some work done on. I have been only working on this pair because I am just in the straight knitting of the foot part, and so that is my, when I don't feel like thinking about a whole lot of stuff, this is the knit I grab. But here we are. This is one of the interlocking path socks for my boyfriend. I'll probably change the name because I find that I'm tripping over the name a lot, but that's the name we're going to stick with for now. But I love it. So yeah, I'm just in the foot, and these are Addie Crazy Trios. I really love these. So just like the other pair, they are flexible in the center and have 2 needles on each end. I love them. They feel really good in my hands, and I find that they help me get through these needles. It's like knitting magic loop and with DPNs at the same time. It's really nice. And yeah, so the main color right here is David Bowie from Black Cat Custom Yarns. They are dyers down in Chilliwack, BC, so kind of local to us. And then the orange is an orange from Kate Celine that she had thrown into an order that I had gotten from her. And it was this cutest little mini of orange, and I just saw it and I was like, you remember that David Bowie? I told this to my mom. You remember that David Bowie yarn? She's like, yeah, it should go with this. And it was just a perfect match. So yeah, these socks are another pattern of mine in the works. They're gonna be delayed because writing cables and making a professional cable chart has been a little bit more difficult than I realized. It's getting there. I have some ideas. I'll get there, but it'll take a little bit longer, but it'll be worth it. And I do want to have one of these done and then one of my size done before I even put them into testing, because I want to be thorough. So yeah, it's my other work in progress. And I have 2 other works in progress that were not, okay, maybe one of them was purposeful. These are new casts on, new casts on, but more new on the hook because they're both crochet projects. But I'm very excited for these. So I'll start with this one. I've had this yarn for a while, And of course, I do not have the ball band with me. Oh, wait, I do. Haha. So this is Premier Yarns Retro Velvet. Ooh, here. Hang on, gotta fix this retape. Okay, I think we're good. A little more tape, a little more prayer. It's gonna stay in there for at least, hopefully, the rest of the podcast. So I was talking about this yarn. This is Premier Yarns Retro Velvet, and in the color Emerald. It is beautiful. I had originally bought this to knit a sweater out of, but I realized that I was probably never going to get to that, and it might not work as well as I hoped it would. One day I might try again, but for now I am crocheting a blanket out of it. So here we are. So the blanket pattern that I had done for my 2020 Advent Calendar blanket. Where's that? I thought it was here. Nope. This is the Giant Puff Stitch Hexagon Blanket by Bright Red Cherries. I can't really hold it up because it's just slightly too big. Maybe use my face. Yes? No? How's that look? Close enough. But yeah, I am doing this. This is is it bulky or super bulky? Bulky yarn, 306 yards, and I'm doing it with a size 10mm crochet hook, actually made by me. So I'd recently bought crochet hook molds for resin, and so I'm just testing it out. Got a really pretty blue with glitter, of course, because it would not be me without glitter involved, honestly. And I'm loving this. It's so soft and squishy and luxurious, almost. Like that's the word that comes to mind every time I pick this up. It's luxurious. I love it so much. This is the first ball, and I'm already this far, and I have 2 more after this, so it's gonna be huge, and it's gonna be awesome. So there's this up close, super shiny and subby, which is a word that I used a lot as a little kid. Apparently I invented it as a little kid, so subby is the word that comes to mind. And oh, there he is. The progress keeper for this blanket is a little baby turtle of mine. I should make more baby turtles. I think there are some in the shop right now, but I will definitely make more. I love them. So yeah, that is a blanket in the works. Be very quick. I'm liking this hook a lot. I don't know when they will be put into the shop quite yet because I want to make a bunch. I've got a bunch here to show you guys. So I've got blue and I've got purple so far. They just need to be finished with a clear coat because I just sanded them down on the back to be super smooth. This one is for my mom. She threw some lavender in there. It's so pretty, and you can kind of smell it because there's one that kind of exposed in the back before. It's great. So for a little lavender for luck. This one has a bit of lavender in there. And yeah, the blue ones are beautiful. Probably my favorite. So they'll be coming in a bunch of different sizes, mostly the thicker sizes, size 6mm and up. But I am very happy with how they are turning out. And do comment down below what kind of color you would like to see. I want to do all the colors. And so So that is one of my crochet projects going on. Put you to the side there. A little sip of lemonade. Got a berry there. Okay, so, ooh, that was a tart raspberry. My last work in progress, I'm keeping in my Cozy Up Knits bag, my JoJo bag. I love it. It's in my favorite color green, my favorite shade of green, that's for sure, lime green. I love it. So this project I just started yesterday. So the Graceful Tangle released a new shawl pattern that I adore. The first time I saw it on her podcast, when she showed it, I was like, I have to make that. This is the Koi shawl, which was originally designed in a collaboration with Koi Fish Fibers, and it is a faded crochet shawl that uses 3 different colors, and I decided that I'm going to use all Stellina yarn. This just makes me so happy. I love sparkly things so much. So here is the beginning of it. Hang on. Get untangled. Put the hook in. So there is the start. Oh my goodness. That is the exact amount of brightness in real life as well. It is so bright. It makes me so happy. Quite the contrast to the amount of black I'm wearing today. I just wanted to wear this sweater today. But oh my goodness. This is my starting yarn. This is Color Box from Pineapple Yarn and is on her Gold Nani base. I mean, the yarn says it all. It's the greatest color probably that I've ever seen. I love it. Then it'll be going into Beltane, which is a colorway from a homespun house, and this is on her silver Stellina base, and oh, it's so pretty. So go into that, and they do match up. Like, it's amazing. The little pops of color in between there match this perfectly. And then it will go into this beautiful yarn. This was a one-of-a-kind yarn from Smith & You that was gifted to me by Serena of Wild in the Woods. And oh my goodness, it's super sparkly. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a more Stellina filled yarn. Like, you can see it on camera. That's how sparkly it is. Yep, it'll go from Color Box to Beltane into our pale blue for this amazing trio. It's a very summery mix. Lots of beautiful brights and Stellina. So yeah, I definitely want to get this done and wear it as soon as possible. It will be my summer shawl for when it gets a little bit chilly. It'll be perfect for just the throwing on. And honestly, I think Stellina's summer should be a thing. Knock out Hot Girl Summer for Hot Stellina Summer. Comment down below if you agree. We'll start a petition. Oh yeah. So happy. All right. I think I'm getting a bunch of messages in my Instagram. Hello, everybody from Instagram. And that is all my works in progress, but I do have an acquisition to show that I am so happy about. It's a berry. It's a tricky thing about throwing fruit in your drink. So it'll get stuck in your straw. Okay, so let's move on to this acquisition. Okay, so my acquisition, Dragon Hoard Yarn had started a club series for Disney princesses, and I was so excited. She did these in monthly openings and in like sets. So the first 4 princesses, I can't remember all of them. There's been a lot of princesses going on, but I got the Merida set for May, and I've also bought the Cinderella set for June. But my Merida came in just this week. Oh my goodness. How stunning is that? I love Merida. We relate in this a bunch of different ways, especially that she has 3 little brothers, and so do I. So it is on her Lore fingering base, which is 85% superwash merino and 15% nylon. It is so plump and soft. It's amazing. It is called Mend the Bond Torn by Pride. I don't even know if we'll be able to get all that color goodness in there. Just blues and greens. My favorite with this orange. I love it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this yet, but it'll probably be a pair of socks. Probably. But yeah, Dragon Hoard Yarn. Here is her card. Get my face out of there. So Tristan, Dragon Hoard Yarn. And I will link her down below, but come on. You can do it. Silly little camera. Oh, I will put all her links down below. And that is my acquisition for this episode. And that is all the yarn that I've been getting into lately. Very happy with everything. It's been really joyful to do all this stuff, which is my goal when I am working or doing anything. I want it to be a happy project. Sometimes you have to bite the bullet and do the hard stuff, but I'm very thankful for my job and my life that I get to do what I love every single day. And this is really good lemonade. So yeah, that is all the stuff. The one thing I wanted to talk about before leaving, guys, is that this podcast, my Instagram, and the shop are all going to get a makeover. So I've been Yarrow & Co. for a very long time, and I've enjoyed it and loved it, but it is definitely time for some new look and new name, and just it's going in a different direction now. I'm very happy about the direction. There will still be progress keepers, there will still be patterns, there will still be paintings. It'll just be taken in a wider spectrum under a different name. So that will be going on. I say so a lot, sorry. That will be going on in the end of May. Perhaps the next episode will be under a new name. I don't know how quickly that'll be done, but It'll still be connected to this channel, and it will have a little bit more to it. There's lots of videos that I have planned to do, some tutorials, some vlogs, lots of podcasts. It'll be very exciting. And just wanted to give you all a heads up before I change everything around. It's like, what? Who's this? Because you need heads up. I like it when I get a heads up. So I will be changing around to be Kraken themed. And I gotten this inspiration from a mug that I had bought in Prince Rupert while we were moving. And it says, "Let's get Kraken." And when I heard that, it was just like, that would be an amazing podcast name. And I was like, why don't I take that? So this podcast will be changed to Let's Get Kraken. Darby back here will still be here in the background, of course, and a different background at least. Hopefully get a professional one all done up and set for that. The shop, we haven't decided specifically on how it's going to be, but Kraken will be in the name. And then I'm hoping to be the Craftin' Kraken on Instagram. So that change will be happening in the end of May and maybe sometime in June. We'll see how quickly and easily this can unfold. So yeah, that is the only news that I want to talk about. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me and listening to me babble as usual and show off all my makes. I hope that you are doing well and that you have a wonder-filled day. I will talk to you next time, dear friends. Bye.